It's a wonderful, wonderful day, evening in Southern California. It's a warm day, crazy day in the United States of America. So I'm gonna let a few people get in the live stream before I start talking about what I came here to talk about. Some amazing news, man. I had to say something because I just heard this. It was reported by another content creator, so I had to jump on and say something about it. So I'm gonna give some people a chance to be on here. It's 45 seconds into this live stream. What's happening, man? How you doing, bro? What's going on? We got two people on the live. Crazy news I got for you guys. Crazy news. It has nothing to do with Corner Store TV per se, but it has everything to do with the United States of America, with black people, with Americans in general. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started because the two people in the live need to hear this. President Donald J. Trump has decided to commute the sentence of Sean Diddy Combs. Puffy getting out. Diddy getting out. Now, ask yourself, with all of the protests that was going on here recently, and the figures have come out, it's come out that I don't know, in every city, in every major city across the United States, it was probably at least 100,000 to 50,000, at least an average of about 50 to 60,000 people who showed up for the No Kings protests in each city that had a protest around the world and around the country, I should say. And that was every major city in the United States, damn near. From Portland, Oregon, from Los Angeles, San Francisco, New York, you name it. And they're all saying that we do not want a monarchy in this country. And I mean, it's obvious that we don't need a monarchy. We never have needed a monarchy. And a monarchy, if you don't know what that means, is a fucking king. So how does that tie in with Diddy being released or getting a presidential pardon, you might ask? Well, what would you do if you were a president or a leader like Trump that had so much negativity around his policies and the stuff that he's doing? What would be what do you think in your head is the most profound propaganda stunts to pull in order for you to get back in the good graces of, say, minorities? Or how should I put this? Just people who hate your ass. Instead of trying to make the country a better place, he tries stunts like pardoning Sean Combs, who a lot of people do not like. A lot of people do not like Diddy. But see, that's par for the course when it comes from the MAGA movement, which is not a political party, I might add. A lot of people seem to think that it's become a political party. It's not a entity or anything like that. It's a movement more than it is anything else. The political party is still the Republican Party, but they have a lot of different sets in that party. From the it's a really, really, really crazy situation to try to get that man out of jail. And this Ghislaine Maxwell lady is probably going to be next. And if you don't know who Ghislaine Maxwell is, she's the lady who used to help uh, the sex trafficker billionaire Epstein line up his victims for that island, which obviously the president or this guy who's posing as a president has been a part of. So this is where we at, folks. We're at corruption 101. This is corruption 101. Now, a lot of people are probably going to say, why am I tripping that he's releasing a black man? I ain't tripping off of that at all. You release people because they're supposed to be released, and they were unjustly accused or unjustly how should I put this, or unjustly jailed. There's two situations that just happened in Kansas City where there were two gentlemen, one who was in jail for 40 years or something to that effect, and one was in jail for 25 years, and one was in jail for 15 years, and they were just exonerated from actually being prosecuted. They weren't the people. And the governor of Missouri, he won't pardon them. And it's already been proven that these people did not do the crime. Why is Trump not pardoning them? Why is he not pardoning them? There's people all over this country that man, he has the power to pardon as many people as he wants as long as he's president. And if you notice, these last few times presidents have been outgoing, they have a panel. When they're about to leave office, they have a panel of people that will come up with files on people who have been wrongly accused or people that they deem to be worthy of being released, and they pardon those people before they're finally sworn out of office. What is going on, man? What is going on? These pardons have nothing to do with freedom. They have nothing to do with being correct in removing a wrong against someone. What they are, they're political footballs. They're political tools. They're political psychological rhetoric is what they are. He's going to free Diddy. And this is how small this man thinks you are in your mind if you're a black person or a person of color. This is how he thinks you're stupid, that he'll release Sean Combs and we're supposed to forget about all the other shit that's going on. We're supposed to forget about that. We're supposed to forget about the fact that you shut down the government. This is not the Democrats' problem. And I hate to be talking about this in a political way because I actually think the government is full of shit. Both sides, Democrats and Republicans. But it also offends me and it pisses me off when they disrespect our intelligence. Yeah, Diddy's about to be freed. He's about to commute his sentence. Diddy had a 50-month sentence that he's about to commute. Diddy was supposed to be in jail for 4 years for really something. He was, if you remember, he was indicted in a racketeering charge. That doesn't make any sense. How are you going to charge him in racketeering when he's one person? You charge whole entities with racketeering. Whole organizations or crime organizations get charged with racketeering. He was the only person that was indicted. He was held without bond for several years now, going into court. They were holding him. The man offered $75 million. At the last count, he had offered $75 million to be released, and they rejected it. They really wanted him for whatever reason. And if you think Donald Trump is pardoning Sean Combs because he likes him, you're a fucking fool. He will be released as some type of ploy to get back into the good graces of certain individuals. Namely, he wants to see how this is going to make his name or his approval rating. He wants to see how his approval rating will be raised. No, he's not paying $75 million. He's not. That was, if you remember, when he got indicted early on for these crimes, he offered $25 million. It went up to 50 something odd million, and then it was $75 million, and they rejected all of those bail amounts. They wouldn't give him bail. I don't know what kind of deal was made, in essence, for Trump to even consider pardoning him. I don't know if I don't believe money is going to be exchanged. I don't believe money is going to be exchanged, but I do know there's some type of benefit that Donald Trump is going to get by pardoning Diddy. I don't know what that could be. As far as I'm concerned, if you're looking at the news and you're watching people's opinions, people don't think very highly of Sean Combs and never really have. So his approval rating with the world at large is not as as good as Trump's. Trump's is very terrible right now. I think his approval rating is at an all-time low. It's in the 30s, a 30 percentile. But there's still people who love him. There's still people. And the crazy thing, let me ask you this. If you're a Trump aficionado or lover and you're on this live stream right now, how are you guys mad? What are you mad about? Why are you upset? I think D.L. Hughley said this best. He said, the worst thing about black people to white people is that we're a figment in their imagination, meaning they can't live without having some type of idea, think about us every day, all day. And that's true because it has to be true for the simple fact that you have the Senate, you have all three branches of government. You have all three branches of government, Congress, Senate, the judiciary. You got all the judges. If there's any vote about anything, you guys will win because you have the overwhelming majority. And you're still pissed off? I've never seen anything like it. That's like somebody, if you come out the bank and you got $1,500 on you, and the guy robs you, and somebody outside robs you and takes the $1,500 and gets mad because you have nothing else more to give. He's like, bro, you just took all the money I had. What do you want? Give me your shoes. He takes your shoes. Give me the rest of it. I've never seen anything like it. What more do you want? What more do you fucking want? And you think because you're going to release Sean Combs that's going to make people look at you differently? You just made an AI video flying a fighter jet, taking shits on people, taking shits on the King's Parade patriots, all of the the No Kings campaign. He's pissed off about that because he's actually upset that nobody likes him. Don't you know the things that you've been doing? You're going to be hated for this. History is going to say you were the worst thing that ever happened to the United States of America ever. I don't think I could live knowing that if I were. And see, I just don't know, man. I'm at a loss for words. I just found this out about him being released or Diddy being possibly given a pardon, and it seems like it's going to happen. From Willie D Live. Willie D Live just went live as well, and I saw it. I had to speak on it. I have no details. I don't know when it's going to happen. All I know is I saw that and I had to say something. This is all speculation on my part. Maybe Willie D has some insight on the situation, or he's someone he knows and at some newspaper or internet blog, something he know. Obviously he has an inside track on a lot of this news, and people like myself who are trying to, I wouldn't say follow in his footsteps, but do what he does, saw what he said, and I had to say something. You know what I'm saying? Scene 13 is in the live chat, and I appreciate that. I'm gonna have to say what he says because he said a lot right now. He says, "Man, I love your streams, I really do, but I can't keep up or fuck with this political shit. I get so confused. I'm so retarded. I lack an education. I'm an illegal man. I really can't understand. No offense. None taken. You're not bothering me by saying that. I mean, I don't know what will make you think. I think you're more frustrated at the fact that you don't understand the situation more than I am, you know, not understanding, that you got to go, or maybe you just, I don't know. Let me put it this way. There's really nothing I can say to that other than okay. My podcast is the thing that started off Corner Store TV. So that's why I have different content. If you're just one of them people want to hear the beats that I play or talk about some rap shit or some bullshit like that, you know what to do. Whenever you see that stuff pop up, that join those lives. But if it's just me, if it's Corner Store Television Live, I could be doing anything on Corner Store Television Live. It's not very specific. It's just saying that Corner Store TV is live. I could be talking about aliens coming, or I could be listening to a new EP, or I could be talking about a movie. I don't. It doesn't really matter what I say on Corner Store Live. It's a very impromptu, meaning off the cuff, whenever I think about it type content. So I'm live, just sitting here watching the game. I saw that. I said, I need to talk about this. So whenever you see Corner Store TV live, that black with the, I could be talking about anything. If it's Corner Store podcast, you already know. I'm going to be talking about specific stuff, which is tomorrow, matter of fact. Join me live tomorrow, 12 noon Pacific, for Corner Store podcast. And then we can further talk about other news. But if it's a new artist, music review, or if it's track vibe, or if it's comic book corner, those things are specific. You should know exactly what you're about to get by reading the captions. So with that said, from now on, whoever's on this live or whoever sees this, realize that if it's Corner Store TV live, I could be talking about anything. And if it's, and I've noticed a lot of people who've been in a live and then they've left, they probably ain't down with what I'm talking about, which is great. Same thing could be said for you. And I say what you said. All I know is the Diddy being freed, which means we should pray for our loved ones. You never know, his victims. Pray for everybody. Your lives are truly educational. You heard what he said. I appreciate any feedback on the live streams and all that. I appreciate it. It's all good. And if you haven't become a member of Corner Store Television, please, by all means, do so. Also, hit the thumbs up on this particular content that I'm talking about. And it was just very off the cuff. This is my opinion on the fact that Diddy is going to be free. Let me say something about that. I ain't mad at Diddy. He never did nothing to me. And for all the things he may have done to other people, he's going to answer for that when all this is said and done. And that's coming from a spiritual side of what I think. I think God's got anybody who, I'm going to get back at him, or I'm going to kill him, or there ain't nothing you could do to anybody other than unalive them that God can't do a million times. You know what I'm saying? Let's just say you kill somebody and he goes to hell. God gonna handle that. But guess what? You going to hell too because you killed them. Don't take your matters in your own hands. Protect yourself by all means. If somebody threatens you and they threaten your life, you have no choice but to do what you got to do, because God sees that and he understands what that's all about. But if you just out here fucking with people and doing dirt, that's on you. You got to answer that. I'm not going to ever throw no stones at nobody. I'm not going to judge you. I can have an opinion and say I don't like that, or that's dumb, or whatever. That's just an opinion. But I'm never going to downgrade anybody for what they do, because I'm not here to judge you. I'm not here to judge you. There's only one judge, and he's the man upstairs. He judges all. And at the end of it all, people don't believe that there's going to be some kind of a reckoning. Nobody believes that, or they wouldn't do the things that they do on a daily basis, especially rich people. Rich people feel like that money and that privilege and that crib or wherever they stay or wherever they flying is going to shield them from what they have coming in the hereafter. And I'm going to tell you, ain't none of that going to save you at all. So for cats like Diddy, if you're a brother and you work hard and do whatever you need to do and step on this person's neck and push through at that DJ and beat up this artist and do all these different things to get where you need to be in the whatever business you getting at, however cutthroat you were to get there, remember there is a reckoning. It's not going to be from a human being. It's not going to be from your fellow man. It's not going to be from your ex-partner you was in business with. It's not going to be from your ex-girlfriend you drugged down the hallway and beat her ass with a towel on you. It's going to be from the man upstairs. And if you notice, these same fucking people who are doing all this dirt Be out there. Be the first one talking about, "Yo, man, I want to give honor to God. I want to give honor to the Lord. Blah, blah, blah." Cut it out, man. Cut it out. You need to chill with all that. You really do. Because I'm going to tell you right now, all that talking don't mean a hill of beans. When he opens that book, if the Bible is even remotely true, how things are in heaven, and how he's going to look at your life and be like, man, you did this, this, and this. It's a whole lot of shit people got to answer for. It's a whole lot of shit people going to have to answer for. I know people will watch this live stream and be like, yeah, he right, and blah, blah. Soon as this live is off, you're going to go back to being who you were or are. You're not gonna worry about when you die. I'm still alive. I'm not worrying about what God thinks of me. I'm not gonna worry about that. I'm not that bad of a person. I worry about my what's the word I'm looking for? I worry about my salvation. I worry about my redemption. I worry about what I've done and said and seen. There's been some situations where I knew homies that whooped their girl right in my face, beating on their woman. I should have stepped in, but we've always heard, man, stay out of people's bullshit. A lot of times, if you see you like a homeboy or somebody you know whooping on his woman, we would leave and be like, oh man, I ain't trying to be around for that shit. Instead of intervening. See, we've been told we don't intervene. Growing up in the hood and all that, we've been told we don't intervene when somebody whooping on it. Stay out of people's business. Stay out of people's business. That staying out of people's business bullshit has gotten us to where we are today. Instead of sticking our heads inside and seeing all of these sick psychopaths that are running this place, that have power of over life, death, and your incarceration. This man is going to sign a piece of paper to get that brother out of jail when he shouldn't even been in jail for what they said he was supposed to be there for in the first fucking place. How you gonna say racketeering and then say, well, you know what? It ain't right for you to be boning motherfuckers across the country. This white dude right now on a private jet flying some bitch somewhere he's from Minnesota, she from Nevada, and he taking her ass to Ensenada to fuck her. Ain't that human trafficking? But they're not gonna arrest him. They're only gonna arrest the people that they want to arrest. You know what's so crazy? Everybody at the top is doing dirt. All the people that will put your ass in jail. All of these stories of all of these different people, from congressmen, governors, mayors, police chiefs, police officers, firemen, all of them touching on kids, all of them raping people, beating people up, framing people, putting drugs in their car, all of that shit that they doing. None of them will see a day in jail, but you guys will put Puffy in jail because he stood against the power structure. Oh, we got to get rid of him. And he's only going to get a reprieve and this motherfucking release from a dude who's trying to win your good graces back. It's not going to work, bro. We don't care about no damn Diddy. Diddy made his bed. You know how many people see him or saw him get locked up and it was like, okay, what kind of idiot has all that power and uses it for evil? You know how easy it would be to sign Biggie and start a Bad Boy and do all those things, and once the day's work is over, take your bitch ass home and play Xbox or do some work in your office? You know how easy it would be to do that? No, instead, you took the money that you have and you use it for evil. Why do you think I'm on Corner Store TV? To not only talk to people and tell them what I feel and what I see, but it's also to fucking maybe make some generational wealth that when I leave here, I can pass that on to my people who I love, who I know will take the reins and not take whatever I make and give them and use it for fucking destroying something. My kids are not here to destroy. My son's in the fucking Navy on a goddamn frigate. My other daughter lives in Essex, England, and just got her master's degree. She went all the way over to Britain, to get her degree. She's got 2 degrees. My youngest is right here trying to make it in California at 20 something years old, still staying home with her mom and hoping to move and have her own place and not only finish her education, which now costs over $150,000 for 4 years. Who you tell me who deserves God's grace more than people who are trying their fucking hardest every day? But we're supposed to care about a dude who was worth several hundreds of millions of dollars with a baby oil and penis in his butt fetish that beats on women when they don't do and say what he wants? We supposed to care that he's getting released by a motherfucker who is taking dumps on himself and calling himself the leader of the free world? When he wants to take that freedom away and turn the country that has been over almost 1,000 years. The United States has been around for almost 1,000 years. 700 years or so, 800 years. And it was built on so-called freedom. And now they're trying to take that away with a dude with a toupee and bad skin. And from what I understand, takes absolute shits on himself. It was very apropos that he would make a video flying a fighter jet taking shits on the No Kings protesters when he absolutely takes a shit on himself. What's up, Marcus, man? I ain't seen you in a while, man. How you doing, sir? I hope all is well. God bless you and your family, bro. It's all good right here. And if you haven't heard, Mr. Banks, Donald Trump is getting ready to pardon Sean Combs. He's about to get out. He's about to commute his 50-month sentence. Do me a favor and let me know where you're from on the live. I know most of these cats on here, and I know they from the East Coast, most of them. Let me know where you're from. Let me know where you're from. I got some new people on the live stream too. That would be Fossil Harrier. I don't even know how to say some of these names. I apologize if I pronounce this shit wrong. I appreciate you being on the live stream. It is absolutely a blessing. You from Cali? What's up, Cali, man? I see. Now that's what I want to hear. Yes, sir. Word. Trump is just a complete mess. Period. You said that right. I don't know too many people that's almost 70. Well, you know, if Sacramento in the building, hey, y'all just got, and I hate to change the subject, but I only want to say this because you mentioned Sacramento. Y'all just got Russell Westbrook, and I'm gonna tell you something. I absolutely believe Russell Westbrook is going to be amazing for the Sacramento Kings. He just got signed. Let me ask y'all a quick question before I get back on the subject at hand. Russell Westbrook just signed I think it was like a 1-year deal or so. I think 1 year for 2 something. But in Beijing, China, they offered him $10 million. Where would you guys play? Would you play in the NBA for $2 million, $3 million? Or would you play in Beijing, China for $10 million? Just answer that question. I'll get back to what I was saying. Russell Westbrook got like almost a $4 million deal to play for Sacramento, but he could have made $10 million in China. Which one would y'all have chosen? Which one would you have chosen? Would you play in Beijing in the Chinese Pro League, or would you play in the NBA for less? Now remember, In the Chinese league, that money's not taxed because he's not a Chinese citizen. Exactly. That's why I'm glad I got some smart motherfuckers in this. That's what I would have played. I would not play, especially the way the NBA has been treating Russell Westbrook and all these teams. We talking about the only dude who twice led the league in triple doubles. Twice led this league in triple doubles and was an MVP in the NBA. And they treat him like this by giving him damn near a league minimum salary. You know, he could have went to China and played with no taxes. He would have came away with all of that 10 million. Obviously, bringing that money back over here to the States, or he could have just put it in some type of a Swedish account or an offshore account and just, you know, use credit cards, black Amex cards or whatever, and never had to pay a cent because of some offshore bread. Or he plays in the States, which he decided to do. And now that little $4 million is only worth about half of that, if that. It's probably like $2 million. Now, Russell Westbrook is obviously a very, very rich man. Hey, bro, if you gonna just say goofy shit in the live, don't do that. This motherfucker said, yeah, but they do got chitterlings. What do you mean chitlins, man? I think you be low-key saying some racist shit, bro. I don't know. You a weird-ass motherfucker, man. I hate to come at you like that, my nigga. But everything ain't always a joke, dog. You know what I'm saying? Everything ain't always a joke. I know what the fuck it is. I know it's food. Nobody eat, not one. It's niggas all up in this damn live stream, and none of us eat no fucking pig's intestines. I know I don't. If you do, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? But see, that shit right there sounded like some old bullshit that you saying right now. And I don't get down with that. I shouldn't even let that shit bother me and just ignored it. But that was some bullshit, bro. No, bro. I'm part black. So what does that mean? Why would you bring up chitlins? Why would you bring up chitlins? Why would you bring up chitlins? Anybody in the live stream, ask him why he would bring chitlins up in this conversation. They don't have chitlins in China. Who the fuck would want to eat chitlins, period? That kind of set me off right there, bro. You need to watch what you say. Think before you say shit. Or if you're not thinking before you saying shit and you are just saying stuff like that, you're doing it on purpose. And we not with that, bro. We love you, dude. We always give you all kind of respect. Now, if you too young to understand the grip of the conversation, bow the fuck out. Slide the fuck up out of here. Now, you offended everybody. You just didn't offend me. You know what I'm saying? I'm high as hell, bro. That ain't no excuse, dog. Do me a favor. Turn your live stream off or go to something else and go smoke and lay down somewhere or go fuck with your homeboys. Because that shit was weird as hell. You be doing that weirdo shit all the time. When I let you be, when we did the split screen, nigga, you came in with fucking hair over your face and you was whispering. And another thing, you asked me the other day about your music, right? You sent me music before. I couldn't hear shit you were saying because you was whispering like this. So I don't know if I'd even do a new artist music review. I don't want nobody to destroy your fucking music. I don't want nobody to, what the fuck is that? I don't want nobody to do that to you because I like you. I think you all right, brother. But you young and you always talking that shit about, oh, I'm a foreigner, I'm this, that, and the third, and blah, 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 and blah, 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 and I don't know what I'm saying, and I don't really understand. It's a language barrier. If all those things is true, shut the fuck up. Shut up. Don't say nothing. Just listen and learn. Because now, at this point, if you still talking, you doing it just to be an asshole. Because this is like the 50th time I done said, man, damn, what you be talking about? Why you be saying this? Why you be saying that? Get with the program, man. Serious business. You know what I'm saying? You are part of almost 40,000 subscribers on here. For whatever reason, anybody subscribe, whether it's because they like what I be talking about. Some people say, oh man, we like your spirituality. We like that you love God and blah, blah, blah. That's cool too. They like the hip hop shorts. They like this for whatever reason. If your reason is because whenever this dude is live, I'm going to get on the live and when I'm bored, get high and just say the goofiest shit I can. I told a homeboy about you, and he was like, look, man, you got to take these subscribers as they come. There are a lot of goofy, weird, quirky, funny ass motherfuckers around the country. A lot of them is bored and they all sitting at the crib trying to figure out how to get out, how to live, how to, you know what I'm saying? And they trying to find shit to do. Remember back in the day before YouTube and all this, what the fuck would you be doing if it was like when I was growing up, when we ain't had no fucking YouTube and no video games and none of that shit? What kind of shit would you really be doing right now, my nigga? Let's keep it a band. If it wasn't for social media, half of you motherfuckers in the Gen X and Gen Z would not know what to fucking do with yourselves. You wouldn't. We're growing up in a real weird ass time right now where you get information instantaneously. You know what I'm saying? And you can say goofy and silly shit instant fucking taneously. There's no repercussions. He says, I get it, bro. I get it. I ain't trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm trying to say. I don't hate nobody. I'm cool as fuck. And if you don't see that by now, we probably won't jive. I appreciate the support. I hate having to fucking apologize, but I'm not gonna do that this time. I'm not gonna apologize for how I really feel about some shit. You know, and I don't hate I don't hate Diddy. I don't fucking hate Diddy, man. I don't hate that motherfucker, man. I don't even know, bro. I actually met bro. That's the thing that killed it off. I know motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck if you believe it or not. This shit that happened to me. There was a party, an after party. After the bad boy, not the bad boy, but the Lady of Soul Awards. It used to be on BT. And it was at Paradise 24. It's a nightclub. It's not called that anymore, but that's what it was back in the day. I actually met Tachina Arnold, the girl who played Pam on Martin that night. Huge fan of hers. And I was with an NFL quarterback. Go figure. I'll just say I was working for somebody and he was an investor in that particular thing that I was working for, that particular business that I was working for. They told me to pick him up from the airport and take him out. Just so happened that party was going on that night. We had no invitation, nothing. All I knew was my wits and my gift of gab. And I got us in there for free because of who he was and his NFL's players PA card. He had all of the players in the NFL have a card that they give them saying that they're in the Players Association. And that proves that they play in the league and everything. I told him to give me his card and his ID, and I gave him mine. And I told him that Diddy wanted. This is God honest truth. This is God honest truth. And I told him the people or the bouncers that Diddy said that when he shows up, just let him know that he's here, and the bouncers will let us up. And the bouncers, dude went and told his, I guess he radioed somebody or whatever. Dude said let him in, and they let us upstairs. Now downstairs it wasn't VIP. It was just regular motherfuckers. But it was a lot of stars down there. From Jimmy Jackson, he used to play for the Dallas Mavericks. Reggie Miller was downstairs. It was a gang of stars. I'm like, damn, there's a gang of motherfuckers in here that's dope. And then I looked upstairs and I saw Tachina Arnold, Pam, sitting at the window, looking out with her drink on the table. And I was like, oh, we got to go up there. And I got us up there. I actually didn't shake Diddy's hand or nothing, but Big was up, Biggie Smalls, God rest your soul, he was there. I met Gerald Levert, Busta Rhymes. Me and Tachina sat there and talked. I think Tamia came, Grant Hill's wife. Who else? It was probably the most. That was the biggest party I'd ever been to with that many people that was in the game. And I've been to some other things where there were a few sporadic stars from here and there. But that was the one party that I went to where I was hanging out with a nigga that was a superstar. I'm not going to tell you who the wide receiver was. Who's a superstar wideout at the time. I think dude had a 4-year, $15 million deal back then. And I ain't know him, but we got to know each other that night. He was cool as fuck. And that motherfucker didn't drink. I was broke. My fucking company didn't give me no money to parlay with. So I was relying on, I hate to say this, but I was relying on the courtesy and the respect of old boy breaking me off. And so he's like, man, I don't drink, but I'll get you a couple of drinks. So he gave me, a couple of bucks to get some drinks for myself. And I had a couple of drinks. I talked to, I said, Sean, this is Tachina Arnold. And he said, I know who it is. And we talked to her. I'll never forget that. It was a great night. All I could tell you about in regards to Diddy that night is that he commanded that room. Everybody was kissing his ass. Not everybody, but majority of people was kissing his ass. And you could see the arrogance in old boy live and in public. So you can understand why he's in the situation he is. You're talking about 25, 30 years of being on top, or at least close to the top. You know what I'm saying? Even when Diddy's time started to wail off when it comes to the music, 112, all these different groups, they wasn't really doing what they was doing. Big then passed away. He wasn't really popping like that. I think the dude that he had after that really made him some money was Mace, and then they had fell off and everything like that. Dude still went on to do amazing things, starting a liquor company, all kind of different things. He invested well. So that kept him not only in the money, but it kept him in the public eye. When you really think about it, a cat like Diddy was one of the original influencers. Most people don't realize when the internet first started, people like Diddy and them utilized that fucking internet to keep themselves popping. So I give him all that. But with power, with great power, comes great responsibility. That shit ain't just for fucking Spider-Man. When Uncle Ben told Spider-Man that shit, he was not fucking lying. You know what I'm saying? With great power comes great responsibility. And your responsibility is to always stay above board. No matter how high you get, no matter how much fucking money you make, you got to stay grounded. Or next thing you know, you're going to need the help of a motherfucker that you really don't want the help from. Because I'm going to be honest with you, if I was in prison and Trump was to pardon me, I'd take that pardon. Who the fuck wouldn't? You'd be a fool to not take the pardon, especially if you're rich. You can get out and enjoy your family. The sentence has been commuted. They can't go back and try to retry you. If they tried to fuck with Puffy after he gets commuted, he gets a pardon, guess what? He can sue his ass off because now it's a witch hunt now. So once he gets pardoned, they're going to leave him alone. And if he's smart, he'll do exactly what he needs to do and go into hiding. I'd get out of the country for a while, to be real with you. Russell Simmons is living in Bali now because of accusations of sexual assault. He got the fuck out of here because he felt like they was going to come get his ass. And let me tell you something. Even though he's in Bali, he thinks Bali has a no extradition law. You think that's going to stop the United States if they really want Russell Simmons, a black man with a whole lot of money? Do you think that was the Bali government going to stop the U.S. from getting that motherfucker if they want him? Come on, y'all. And since we're on the subject, and I'll broach this subject again tomorrow at noon Pacific time on Corner Store Podcast, what in the fuck is Trump talking about invading Venezuela for? You know why he's invading Venezuela? All of a sudden, they're talking about Venezuela is the leading manufacturer of fentanyl in the world. Fentanyl, which is, guess where fentanyl comes from for real? It comes from Mexico. And they're trying to say that, well, it goes through South America, it goes up through, and it comes through. How else is it going to get in America? It has to come through Mexico. So, but they're the ones supplying it. They're fucking, look, man, they treat us like we stupid, bro. They treat us like we're fucking stupid. That's the reason why they're having these protests, these No Kings protests. Venezuela is no threat to the United States of America. Never has been, never will be. But what it is one of the leading oil-producing countries in the world. Leading oil-producing countries in the world. A lot of people don't know that. Nah. Hey, Marcus, I defy you to find the evidence that Venezuela's got the farming for the cocaine. They do not. They do not. They don't. How do you think they make their money? They got oil and a shitload of it. They got damn near as much oil as the Shah, the Shah or whatever his name is, the dude that's the leader of the Arab Emirates. They got that. Let me tell you something, man. They want that oil. They want that oil. They want that oil. Yeah, that's what they want. They want that oil. Everybody seems to think cocaine is so abundant that cocaine creates governments. No, it doesn't. Cocaine adds to the coffers, but if you think you can actually create or have your whole economy be based on an illegal substance like cocaine, you're out of your mind. You are out of your mind if you think cocaine can be the sole economic thing that your country produces in order to have money for its society. And no, don't be stupid. They'll tell you, and see, that's the thing. And Marcus, you one of the smartest motherfuckers that I'll be talking to on here. You say cool shit, very intelligent shit. And I can guarantee you right now, you don't believe for one fucking second. You don't believe for one fucking second that cocaine is coming out of Venezuela. It all comes from Mexico. Trump is afraid of the Mexican cartel. He has the military at his beck and call. Instead, he got the motherfuckers all around the country beating up on people that's from the United States of America. There it is. Fossil is right. Venezuela has massive oil, perhaps more than these Middle Eastern countries. Almost as much. Almost as much. For some reason, that particular land is sitting on oil deposits of epic proportions. We're talking about billions of gallons of crude oil that can be manufactured and turned into gasoline and fossil fuels. There's a few other countries in the South America that also can make that argument too, because if you notice, South America don't get drilled. They don't drill like they do. They don't drill down there like they do in other parts of the world. The United States is drilled all the way the fuck up. Everywhere, it's damn near in every state you go to, there's some kind of drilling going on for either natural gas or oil in the United States of America. Ain't a hole they ain't dug in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? The Venezuelan government, and the Venezuelan government got a nice little army. And guess what they got there? America don't sell their military equipment to nobody they don't fuck with. If you go look at once I get off this live stream, if you go look at the Venezuelan military government, most of their stuff comes from countries like China. Most of their aircraft, most of their ships, most of their missiles all come from countries that America don't fuck with. And that's the reason why America wants to fuck with them, because they don't kiss America's ass. When they start talking about this thing called regime change, they started talking about this back in the 1960s, where they would this man actually said on national TV, which no other president has ever said, he's got CIA operatives we're talking secret agent shit. We're talking James Bond. You don't tell nobody you got agents in their country. So now, if you Venezuelan, you're like, okay, everybody's suspect. We fucking with everybody. If we even think you a spy, we're gonna take your ass in. He's gonna get his operatives killed. He's definitely gonna get their ass found out. You gonna tell the country? You gonna tell it on the news that you got CIA operatives in said country to overthrow the government? Who does that? Who says that shit? This is some crazy shit, bro. I ain't never seen nothing like it, man. This place, I say it on videos that I see on TikTok. I say it on videos that I see here on YouTube. This fucking country, the United States, as we've known it, is fucking cooked. TSA is not even at the fucking airports. They shut down the government, so TSA is not getting paid. Massive lines all the way outside the door. There's nobody to check the bags. A fucking dude can bring a bomb on one of these planes now so easily. People are having to wait 5, 6 hours. You mean to tell, if you got a flight, let's just say you got a flight tonight. It's a little after 8 right now. It's like 8, 10 after 8. If you got a flight at 10 o'clock, you better go now. You might even have to go earlier than that because the lines are long as fuck. This stupid motherfucker tells everybody on the news we have CIA operating inside of Venezuela for possible regime change. He said it out loud. The fucking president heard all that. He was like, yo, you can bring y'all asses over here if you want to. Now you can compare their armies. You mean to tell me, think about this, y'all. If the U.S. invades Venezuela, do you think that there will not be another country that gets involved? Venezuela, Brazil, Buenos Aires are Chinese-backed governments in South America. Look it up. I'm not saying something that is not true. The Brazilians have been down with the Chinese now for a good while. If you think Venezuela is going to stand there and let America fuck with them, and my son's in the Navy, you think I ain't worried and concerned about this bullshit? My son on Instagram just showed a picture of his weapon. They're training. They're locking and loading. They're getting ready for something. And my boy's out there involved and a part of this fiasco or this fucking clusterfuck. I don't know what I'll do if I lose my only boy, my only son. The person that can, continue on to David's seed. I don't know what I'll do. I don't know what I'll do. All I can do right now is pray for his safe return, that he does his hitch and he does his time. He gets what he can out of that situation and he comes back here stronger than ever. Either he's going to, stay in the United States of America or he's going to get the fuck out. I don't know. All I want my son to be is safe. All I want my child to be is safe, man. But initially, I started talking about the fact that Donald Trump is pardoning or commuting the sentence of Sean Puffy Combs. Hey, y'all, do me a favor, man. Like, subscribe, and also share this live stream with somebody you love. Share this live stream with anybody, for that matter. And also become a member of Corner Store Television. It's a lot of, we don't just talk about stuff like this and get all serious. We don't. I would be lying if I said we talk this serious all the time. But it's very important that I let everybody know where my attention lies on certain serious subjects, and this is one of them. We need to be wary about what's going on out here in this world, in this country. It's really getting to a point where actually what my man just said right here, this place is cooked, man. We have to, it's going to get to a point where it's going to be brother against brother in the United States in a minute. They're setting it up that way. That's the sad thing. It could get to a point, y'all. It could get to a point, y'all, where we actually have to eat each other alive over here in the United States. I never thought I'd say that. God, please watch over this country, man. Watch over us. Watch over the people. And all those who would hurt us or destroy us or want to see this place dismantled and not the way it used to be, where everybody had a fighting chance at becoming something successful as long as they worked hard. That was all bullshit. The game has been rigged for many, many years, many decades. I'm hearing a lot of damn noise outside. It's almost like somebody fucking listening to me or something. Hold on. What the fuck is out there? Yeah, motherfuckers. Sometimes motherfuckers probably be eavesdropping in on my live stream like, this fucking nigger. I'm telling you, bro. Cause I'm telling you, people's fucking politics and the way they think is so crazy now. You gotta watch it. That's why I ain't gonna show you what's under this fucking couch cushion. Cause if I did, you'd be like, what the fuck? But I'm ready for anything at this point. I'm really ready for anything. I wish a motherfucker would try me. I will blow their head off. But that's, I don't want to be sounding all crazy. I apologize for letting that cat out the bag on that, but you better be ready. We're in a real weird time. Hell, before any of all this bullshit started, there was a lot of crazy motherfuckers out there just saying and doing crazy shit. This is 20 years ago. Motherfuckers were still weird as hell. You could be at the store, some dude walk up to you, just say some wild shit. You be like, man, if you don't get your ass out of here, I will cut your throat. Fuck out of here with that nutty shit. But anyway, it's official from what I understand. This is coming from another content creator, Willie D Live. He mentioned that Donald Trump is preparing to commute the sentence of Sean Puffy Combs, and he will be pardoned. I don't know when it'll be released, but that's what's going on. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Check in with me tomorrow. I'll be live, Corner Store Podcast, 12 noon Pacific time, right here on Corner Store TV. It's your boy, OMD 300. I'm going to holler at y'all. Peace. Stay blessed.